Hi, this is Mrs. Dahman, and today is day 2 or lesson 2 of our This Is Me project. And you have some choices here. And well, you have choices with the whole thing because this is your project. But basically, the way this is laid out is there are 6 components to our leaflet. The front cover is the This Is Me page. The inside, the first page on the inside. So if I were to name this the cover page 1, the inside, the second page or page 2 would be your history as you open it up. Page 3 would be education and or goals. Page 4 would be hobbies and interests. Page 5 is your current likes and dislikes. And then the last page is kind of a fun one for you to do. You can include a timeline, and I'll talk about what that means on day 5, and or an avatar or a cartoon or what else? A caricature. It could be something you use with your video games. The only thing I ask for, this is for fun, and the only thing I ask is that you follow school guidelines. No weapons, no violence. Just make sure that whatever you choose to include follows school protocol. So today being day 2, I want you to think about the whole thing. I don't want you to put it together yet. You're going to do one component at a time, but you're going to use your pamphlet or your practice sheet, right? The one we did yesterday, and you're going to think and you're going to write, okay, so this is going to be the cover, and you might ask yourself, what do I want to include on the cover? Do you want to put a picture of yourself? You can. Do you want to put a title like I did? I printed this on my computer. Yes, you can. Do you want to write it by hand? You have that choice. Do you want to use stickers or cut out in letters from a magazine? Or yes, I want you to make this about you, but I don't want you to do your final project yet. I want you to practice on your practice sheet, because odds are you're going to make a mistake or you're going to change the way you want to do it. And that's okay. That's part of the whole process. But I just want you to kind of plan it out. I want you to be intentional about what you do. So thinking about it is, 9/10 of this project. Thinking about what you want to include, the information you want to share, how you want to present it. All right? So yesterday we did the interview and we folded it. Today I want you to just gently mark out each page and what's going to be on it. So the very front, or page 1, is going to be your cover. And then the inside will be your history, your own personal history page. Okay, so the page 2 is your history. Page 3 will be education and or goals. It can be either one. All right, and again, it's based on what you think and feel right now. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Page 4 are your hobbies and interests. And again, those are the things you enjoy doing right now. Do you like to play sports? Do you like to play video games? Which ones? Why? I don't want just, of course you can do just a list, but my goal isn't to have you just make a list. I want you to be really intentional. What is it about your hobbies that you enjoy? Do you have any hobbies? I know several of the students in my class are fabulous artists. Some like to do it with computers, some like to use pen, some like to do different types of things, characters, people, images. So if you say drawing, tell me what you like to draw. If you say video games, tell me which video games you like and why. Why do you prefer Minecraft over Fortnite? Why do you like Animal Crossing over something else? Okay? So be thinking about these, but you're basically making this sketch. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is likes and dislikes. And the reason I really want you to include this is because as you get older, sometimes your likes and your dislikes change. Things that you enjoy at 5th grade may not be things that you enjoy as an adult, or something that you really didn't like in 5th grade might be something you like as an adult. And then the last one, you can choose. You can do a timeline. You can do a character or avatar or cartoon, or you can do both like I did. Again, this is something fun for you to include and choose as you wish. All right, so you've got it kind of sketched out. You know about what's going to go on each page. And today we're going to focus on the information for your education and goals. Now you're going to put aside, maybe you'll put these together, your interview sheet, because some of the information you gathered here will ultimately go in your history section. Okay, so you can even do this. And so maybe here on your scratch piece of paper, education and goals. Well, now mine's going to look a little different from you because I'm an adult and I'm older, and I couldn't put all of the jobs I've had and all of the places I've worked and all of the education I've got. I just did a basic outline. And I included, when I was in elementary school, my parents were both teachers. And so many times I would change schools based on where they were. So for kindergarten and first grade, I went to Wilson Elementary. I grew up in Petaluma, California, which is just north of San Francisco in Sonoma County. Kindergarten and first grade, I went to Wilson. But for second grade, my dad had changed schools and he went to Bernard Eldridge. So I went to school there. And then we moved when I was in third and fourth grade. And so I went to the school my mom taught at Cherry Valley Elementary. And then we moved again, and so for 5th and 6th grade, I went to Miwok Elementary. All these were in Petaluma. And then I went to Petaluma Junior High and then Petaluma High School. And then I attended various colleges and universities, and I included the degrees that I received. And because I've had lots of goals, and goals are supposed to change over time, sometimes your goal will stay the same, of course, but many times your goals will change as you get older and you experience more things. So I included my very first post-college goal, and my first goal after college graduation was to move to Southern California and get a substitute teaching job. So I was living in Northern California. I got my bachelor's degree up north, and then I moved down to Southern California. Is yours going to look like mine? No, of course not. You haven't been to college yet. But you've been to elementary school and you're almost done with elementary school. So maybe you can put the different schools you've had. You can include the teachers' names if you want to, where you went to school, and then maybe you can think about, what are your goals? What do you want to take away from elementary school? What do you want to go into middle school, the next step or the next stage? What kind of skills do you want? What kind of person do you want to be or intend to be? Do you want to make changes? Do you want to just continue being you? Do you need to redefine and rethink about who you are and what you want? You know, as people, we do that all the time, and we make conscious choices about how we want to behave and who we want to be. And so maybe you'll want to include that. And again, this is my finished project, but as I was doing this, I did something similar. I had this one, and I included the information on my scratch one that I intended to use to include in my final copy. So today's goal is to write the pieces that are going to go on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then maybe include your interview sheet with your history page, and then write down what you want to include on your education and or goals. Maybe you're going to put both there. Maybe you're going to list your schools. Maybe you're just going to list a whole bunch of goals. But use your sketch piece of paper or your scratch piece of paper and kind of list some of those things out. And that's all for today. Thank you.